8-yard line.
22. A gain of a yard. First down, Pittsburgh.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
To Chase Claypool.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. That one goes for 24 yards. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they try to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
And 12 at the 33.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. And this one's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right. And this will be caught at the 30. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion. A pickup of 39. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 12.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
We're scoreless after one.
Quarter with no score.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. He'll look to throw. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
And the Steeler first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Makes the score.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
More first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right, and that is incomplete.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
13-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on
So
the play.
after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the Steelers' 13-yard line.
And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Man open left left side is Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Play action. It's Jackson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check. Lucky. Shit.
To throw again. Jackson. Flushed out right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Ravens will extend their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this 1st half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Well, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Play action. Now Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Switch. He's checking. Crash.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round? That's what I call a steal.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second down and inches. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
And 5.
Right there, 54, right here. 54.
From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Tucker on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Dancing to his left. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
He's going to air one out. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
His kick is good.
And his kick is right through.
Ravens 21, Steelers.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a carry for Dobbins. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Forced out to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they've put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, but guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st down.
They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. An option handoff here to Dobbins, and he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play on the ground there and goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. And the lead is up to 14.
Is good. Makes the score Ravens 31, Steelers 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And
just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You always think about picking up the 1st down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but admire the effort.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The former 1st-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off here, the 32. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
At the 30-yard line.
Now Dobbins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Taken down.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though.